Okay, alright. Now this is the HSP truggy that I bought, 1/8 scale. This thing's pretty good for what it is. I'm pretty much just doing this. I haven't done this before, I'll be honest, but never really run off-road. Didn't feel like spending $800+ to get a good brand one. Thought, oh, I'll give this a go, and I got this for less than $400 Australian, so it's pretty good. It comes pretty good. It comes with the battery and everything. It does come with the cheapy charger, nothing special. Basically, I'll show you here. This is the charger it comes with. I wouldn't recommend. I'd recommend to buy another one. I got this one on eBay for about $50. It was definitely worth it. I can charge at 6 amps, where this thing charges at, as you can see at the back here, if you can read that, sorry, it's like 0.5 to 0.8 amps, which is really nothing. Disadvantages of that, it takes a lot longer to do if you just use the standard charger. If you charge it at a higher amperage, it actually gives the battery more power and gives the car more grunt. Which is probably why I'm sort of going a bit further on this one here, that no one's really done anything about HSP. I've honestly had a few dramas with the diffs. Everything else has been fine. Drive shafts, suspension, as you can see, it's quite solid for what it is. I'm very happy with the suspension. Got the alloy mounting brackets and all that. Did bend it a little bit. This side here, I don't know if you can see that a little bit. I just bent it straight back a bit so it fit the cover back on, and it still runs sweet and fine. That was partially my fault. I'll be honest, I'm an on-road racer. Haven't done much off-road, and I'm still learning how to do the jumps and the brake and accelerate where you land it nicely. I'm getting better at it, but pretty new on that part. But coming from that side of things, where I used to run X-Ray, I even did drag racing where I'd run all the top drag cars on those. It's definitely, like, you pay for what you get, but it's for the price, it's pretty good. If you just want to try and give it a go, and like see if you like, running an old like a little buggy like this, or this is a bigger truggy I should say, this one I would say recommend and worth it. There are like a couple things I would say, like I said, about the charger. I would definitely upgrade the charger on it, buy a charger. Like I said, I got that for about $50 through eBay. And then you can look at doing upgrades. I've got a few here I'm about to replace here and do, just for the sake of it. They're pretty solid alloy. The biggest issue I'd have there is, because I'm thrashing the crap out of it, I'll be honest with you, it's copping, the body and everything's copping it. Basically it's stripping, the screws are stripping inside, so I thought I'll try and upgrade the alloys, and when I got them from China they weren't that expensive anyway, so I've got more to come anyway. Now, sorry, the biggest thing that I'm doing this for is the diff issue. Now, I've been blabbering on a little bit for 3 minutes, I'm sorry about that. But the diff issue I've had is I keep stripping one of the sun gears, internal sun gears. This is the one it keeps stripping, wears it down. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference. This is another one here. It's got a bit more teeth, I don't know if you can see that. Compared to that one there, it's probably seen it worn down. It only has to wear that little bit, and then it just slips, and you just hear this bad grinding noise, and the car doesn't go anymore. Now, I'm running this stand. This is 3-cell, so I know that the first ones came out were only 2-cell. This is the 3-cell one, so it has got a lot of grunt. I've got a first run video, shows it. But my 6-year-old was videotaping it, so he didn't do the best videotaping, but it goes quite well for what it is. Anyway, I found a little trick that you can do to try and save yourself some money for these diffs. Now, one thing I did get, this one here, I went to like a hobby store, and they gave me one of these. This is actually fitted inside the diff. I'm actually running that on the rear diff, the H20005, the Himoto Racing. That's like the diff centerpieces. You get like a couple of sun gears and all that, or basically the internals for it. You just take them all out, bolt it in. As you can see here, I've already pulled one apart. Now, I don't know if you can see this. If you have a look, it's just slowly on the edge there, you can just see a little bit of a lip there on the edge, on the outer edge there. I've learned a little trick from the hobby store too, that some people, you know, a lot of guys, you probably already know about this, is you sort of grind this down a bit. So then basically when you put it together, it sits further like inwards. So with that sort of trick, you don't want to go too far. Basically, I just used a little bit. I've got a bit of really rough sandpaper just bolted to the thing, and then I just grabbed it and I just sort of took the edge off. I didn't really have to do much. What I would recommend is you just do a little bit of it like I just did then, and then you put the diff together and then bolt it up and then start turning it. Like just make sure it's still maybe a tad notchy sort of thing. I would probably, because it's still wear in a little bit as well. I wouldn't make it too tight, but you need to make it a bit tighter, because the diffs that these things come out with, they're good, but it just, that clearance that these two pieces have between each other, it just isn't, it's too far apart. So you've got to basically file that down like I did there, wind it so it tightens in a bit tighter, and it's only just a little bit. You don't have to do much, just that little bit will give you enough there. And I'll be honest, I've done it on this center diff. The front diff I haven't done it yet, but the front diff I never really had a drama. It was mainly just the rear diff and the center diff was my biggest dramas. The center diff has not missed a beat. The rear diff has the moto gears in it, so that's running sweet. Other than that, I don't know if there's any other questions. If you do have any, please don't hesitate to ask. This is just me with my experience from what I got with this thing here. It is, like, I'd definitely look at getting another one, probably for my son. I'll probably only get him the 1/10 scale, because the 1/8 is quite big. It's quite good, quite quick. Haven't done anything else other than just diff issues. Very happy with it. Like I said, I wouldn't spend the money to upgrade it if I didn't think it was worth it. So I'm basically doing that because the upgrades, because I'm hoping it'll be a bit more solid after I do the upgrades, because like I said, I'm not the best off-road driver. I just go around and thrash this thing and go down to the local bike jumps and jump this thing, and it launches pretty high. Yeah, just thought I'd try and help some people out about diffs. I don't know if anyone else has had diff issues with this. I can try and do a bit more explain on diffs if you need to. Like I said, just ask the questions and I can try and do another video. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. And yeah, hopefully it wasn't too bad. Thank you.